we are finally back in the studio. I haven't actually worked in my studio since the last week of November because I did a big art fair the first weekend of December, and then I immediately went to New York, and then I did a drop while I was in New York, and then Kiana shipped it all out, and then I came back one day when I had the flu to tidy up a little bit. But yeah, I haven't been back since. I'm feeling so happy and relieved to be back in my space. I love this space so much. Makes me feel good. I love it. I can't believe that it's mine. And feeling a little bit trepidatious. I burned myself out worse than I've ever burnt myself out before this holiday season. I feel I handled it well while it was happening, but right now I'm feeling so depleted, and I don't really feel creative. Don't really know where to go from here, if I'm being honest. I think the plan, clean studio, gentle with myself, make whatever I feel like. And hopefully those 3 ingredients can concoct a little bit of a spark, maybe some creativity. If we're lucky, I don't know. We'll see in due time. I've been painting all day, which has been really, really nice. Then I took a break and I filmed a video about my 2025 goals, and I've been messing around editing that. It's been really fun to force myself to learn a new skill because I'm not a video editor or anything, and so that's been cool. And I didn't do any ceramics today. I think I might throw some funky vases, but we'll see.
The next day, I did some more sketchbooking at a cute little coffee shop down the street from me. I've been painting my 2024 memories, so yesterday you saw me do a photo I took while I was in Colombia, and then today I painted these beautiful clouds that were just over the softball fields one night during a game. Then I went into the studio, and I still didn't throw, but I loaded a kiln for some friends, and I worked on editing my first YouTube video. And then that night, I went and grabbed some sour beer and some french fries with my buddy Will. Today is the day I finally get my hands back in the clay, and it felt so good. I don't know how to describe it, but getting back in the clay after not doing it for a little bit feels like going out to lunch with someone who used to be your best friend, but you don't talk very much anymore. You're so excited, but you're kind of nervous. I don't often spend very much time away from the wheel. It just tends to happen around the holidays. I typically throw every day all year, and taking this little couple months off to do other tasks that were required of me feels so weird to get back at the wheel, but it felt really good. Okay, I had a bit of a meltdown yesterday. One, because I finally got back on the wheel, and I was pretty proud of myself for that. But unfortunately, centering clay is still really hard on my wrist. And it's been 2 months since I sprained it, so it's just really disappointing and frustrating, and I don't really know what I'm gonna do. But I finally made an appointment to get a PT referral, so hopefully we can get that sorted pretty soon. And then this really got me. This really threw me off my rocker. I finished editing my first YouTube video, like the whole thing. I think I probably spent like 12 to 15 hours on it because I was like learning and I was very meticulous about it. And then I went to export it and I corrupted the files. So I ruined the entire thing and I almost went insane. But then I got myself a pizza on the way home and I felt sorry for myself and then I redid the whole thing. So I was feeling pretty shitty about that. And then this morning you saw me do a plein air painting and I'm feeling a little bit better. And I went for a nice cold snowy walk. So I'm gonna finish up some more stuff around the studio today. And it's gonna be good. It has been so cold in Chicago, but I've really been enjoying taking freezing cold walks. They've been forcing me to spend time outside even though it's super cold and giving me some time to reflect and stay present. And I saw some really beautiful buildings and lots of really pretty snowy trees, so a win's a win. While I'm waiting to see a hand specialist, I can still manage to do a lot of 2D painting without aggravating my hand. So that's what I've been doing. And if you watched my last video, you saw that I really wanted to dedicate a lot of my time and attention to 2D work this year. But I fear I might have wished a little bit too hard for that. I didn't mean that I wanted to be entirely away from clay. It's honestly been pretty heartbreaking and really scary to not be able to do the thing that I love and is also my entire income, but I'm trying to stay positive and use this as an opportunity to feed my creativity in other ways and really grow my skill set when it comes to painting. And honestly, I really love the way that this one turns out. I'm not really good at successfully painting architecture in oils, and I ended up really liking this painting, so we are going to take that as a major win. All right. That is it for the week. I ended up going to see a hand specialist and I got some new x-rays to make sure that a fracture didn't develop. But he does suspect that I have like some ligament and tendon tearing. So I have to wait a couple weeks to go get a special MRI thing. Yeah, I don't know. Just like sucks. It's my like passion and my work. So it's a little scary to be away from the wheel for so long. But also I don't want to like jump into it and hurt it more. So I'm trying to be patient and I'm not doing very good at it. I would love to be back. I think the plan is to stay away for just a little bit longer and just keep working on my paintings. And then I'll get back into the studio and I'll start off with some Narikomi work. Let me show you what Narikomi is. This is actually my morning coffee, and it's Narikomi. And it's made by using lots of little bits of clay. I do it by cutting it, making a block, and then cutting a slab off the block. But it's hand built, so it's not wheel thrown. And really the problem right now for me is centering. So I think the plan is to stick around here a little bit, here meaning my apartment. Obviously, we're in my bed right now. Stick around here for a bit, paint some more, and then eventually get back into the studio and start just cranking out some Narikomi. I also, you saw me cleaning them up earlier in the video. I also have a lot of pieces that are like bone dry and ready to accept paint. So if you are a longtime follower, I'm going to bring back the original alleys because they don't have to be carved. And I've been missing them and you've been missing them. So this first drop of the year is going to have a limited edition throwback, and we're going to have some OG alleys, which is really fun. I also have a lot of dyed blue pieces, so I'll be able to do some blueberries for the next drop. So the next drop is probably going to be paintings, Narikomi, blueberries, and alleys, and whatever else I feel like / can handle with my hand. I will say I have been loving doing these little oil paintings. I've been doing the like studies in gouache and then doing these. And then I've been trying to get more comfortable doing larger work. I did it on a 9x12. And honestly, I don't like it as much as the 5x7. There's some things I want to fix on it, but I always love my smaller work better. And I don't know why, and it irritates me because I want to paint larger, but I really like the smaller ones. Honestly, I'm just like pretty obsessed with this original one of a painting down my street. I think it's because I love like the something about the color palette of like a really pale cornflower blue, an ultramarine cobalt, a really, really pale yellow, and like a carmine orange red. I love. So I am really happy with the color palette of this. And I honestly think I'm going to try and translate it into a Narikomi color palette. Wait, I'm going to show you another one I did. Hold on. I also did this one, which is done from a photo I took while on like a hike or walking path in northern Michigan. And I love it. I think it's so fun. I think it might be a touch too colorful. Like, I think I need to be better about varying my like depth of color and saturation. And so, yeah, I'm really into that one. I'm working on making it larger. And spoiler alert, I like the smaller one better. Okay. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for coming along with me. I wish that there was more pottery in it, but hopefully next studio vlog there will be a substantial amount of pottery in it and send good vibes for that MRI. If you could do me a favor and like it or comment on it or subscribe, that would be awesome. I've really loved making these videos and I want to keep doing it. Okay. Have a good day. Bye.